up on the screen in a minute. It's in. Well, I'll do it right now. In my community posts, which is here is my community post. I have to do one little thing here. Okay, here's my community post for today. Oh boy. We have sun today, so this isn't going to be a long live stream. So here's my community post for today, March 6th. And the name of it is Flat Earth FAZIO, 10 p.m. Eastern. All videos list to prove the Earth is a non-rotating, flat, stationary plane, not a planet. So what we got here is the first one. If you click this link, and we will, this is a fellow named Eric Dubay. And what he does is he reads, let's open that up in a new page. He reads the
perfect synchronization.
He reads the old journals from scientists and experiments that have been done throughout history. And this goes back into the 1500s, where pirates, the Captain Cook was a very famous captain back in 15 or 1600s. He was also a very famous explorer, and he explored Antarctica, where the ice wall exists, for 3 years and 2 months. So in part of these videos, Eric Dubay talks about Captain Cook and another very famous captain from Britain, Captain Ross, how Captain Ross explored the ice wall for 4 years and 3 months. So Captain Cook 3 years and 2 months, and he tried to find an entrance into the ice wall at the South Pole, and he estimated that he traveled somewhere in the vicinity of 60,000 miles, and couldn't find an entrance. The two of them combined traveled 60,000 miles. They could not find an entrance into the ice wall. And it's about 150 feet or 200 feet high. And in this video, 200 proofs the Earth is not a spinning ball are the various scientists that have tried over the course of the last 500 years to prove the Earth is flat, stationary, non-rotating plane, not a planet. So that's one video that I'm going to put the link for that in the chat window right now, but it's also going to go into the description box in this video. And it's also already in the community post that I put up. So let's get over to my video for today. Okay, so this is the community post, and these links don't go all the way across, but if you click the link, they should work. Now, I've had that fella Bob C's channel say that these links from the NASA document proving that the Earth, I'll go through them in a minute, proving that the way they train pilots is they train pilots to take off, land, navigate flying in a stationary atmosphere over a flat, non-rotating Earth. And this is the document from NASA. So this isn't just scientists from 500 years ago up until present day. This is also NASA, and I'll go through these links momentarily as soon as I get this video posted on into the comments section. So we have to open up another link here. Okay, open up a new link. We'll go to my live stream, my channel, my videos, my live videos, and then hey Bill, good morning Bill. Well, also I think I have a few videos from Bill of rockets at the top of the. I have a lot of these links, so I'm only going to post them twice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just turn the camera around towards myself for a moment. And then I'm going to go to my videos page, and I'm going to put the links in the description box of the videos as well. So they'll be in my community post for March 6th. They will be in the comments section, and they will be in the description box of my videos, and then they will also be posted in full after the video loads. They will be posted in full as a comment on this video. So there might be 20 links or 18 links. They'll be in the comments section. So we have one video link done. Eric Dubay, the Earth is not a spinning ball. So let's go back and grab another one. Let's grab the Flat Earth Conspiracy audiobook. Now this video, that video, Eric Dubay's video, is about 2 hours long, 1 hour and 59 minutes. The next one, if you watch the next one, hey Scott, welcome to the machine. If you watch this next one, it's 6 hours, and it goes in depth. Who said what, when, how many hundreds of years ago, and it gives you the two captains, Captain Cook and Captain Ross, who tried to go around the South Pole or the ice wall and spent a total between the two of them of 7 years, just because they were on ships that they had to use sails 500 and 400 years ago. So this one is a little bit different. It's 6 hours, but this one goes into great detail. All right, I already have that part of it done. So I'm going to put this into my video details over here. Okay, I don't have a lot of time today. I'm just going to give you these links, and then I have to go do a job. The weather is nice. Well, they don't have the cognitive ability to focus for more than 2 or 3 minutes. That's the problem with the internet. It has changed people's brain patterns to where they can't focus for more than a few minutes, some seconds. I wonder how many ships back then got caught without wind and starved the crew. Oh, probably hundreds of ships tried to do what they did. These were the two that survived. The way they described the weather in this Flat Earth Conspiracy audiobook, these are the actual journals of the captains in the audiobook, all throughout the videos of what they went through. And the weather was 30 degrees below zero, snow, ice, 15 and 20-foot waves, days on end, no sun sometimes for, 72 hours or a week because of the weather. And they were lucky to survive this. When men were men, that's right. When men were men. So let me get back over to let's get back over to here. So now this link here, this is the NASA document that proves beyond any doubt that the Earth is not a spinning ball. And Bobsey's channel, I don't know what's wrong with that guy. He always has something negative to say. I don't understand why, but he said that he went through these links that are on my community post, and of the 11 links, I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 links, 14 links. Out of 14 links, he said only 3 work. And then I said, they all work for me. And then he said, no, they don't work. Only 3 work. So either there's something wrong with his computer or the guy is just a professional troll. And if that happens again, Bobsey's channel, I will just block you. Because I went through every single one of these links and each one opens up. So let's, I'll prove that to you right now. Right now. So aircraft, so this is the title of the, and then we're going to get the link for that. Copy the link address. Put that. Okay, that's a little bit more difficult than I wanted it to be because the link is long. Okay, so let's do it a little differently. Okay, so we're at number 4 here. So let's bring this over to here. Let's bring that over to there. Let's open this up here. Here. Okay, now let's get rid of... This is the video details. Okay, let's post... Well, for this one, I can do this all at once. Okay. All right. Now we'll go back over here. So, and I'll show you that these links work. I don't want to hear any more nonsense that they don't work. 2 of them go to a page that said, you are leaving Facebook. Do you want to continue? That I did see. But if you go and say, okay, it will bring you to the page. Okay, let's go here. Let's go back over here. Where's my... I don't care if you had a couple that didn't work. I believe you, but they all work for me. So to say they don't work is a false statement. They all worked for me. That's what I care about. I just explained that to you. They all worked for me except 2 said they went to Facebook. So if they don't work for you, and they don't work for Bobsey, and they don't work for other people, I can't help how the computer on your end searches for the link. I do know that they all work for me. So to contradict that they work or they don't work, I'll show you that they all work. Let's not try to get sidetracked here, please. I'm trying to do something that involves putting links that are 400 plus characters. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. So that link, aircraft flying in a stationary atmosphere over a non-rotating Earth, we'll open that link up, open the link up in a new tab, and then we're going to shut it right down. Here's the link. It opened up. NASA's user manual for linear, a Fortran program to derive linear aircraft models. That link works. That's link number 1. Link number 2. Oh, I got to post that. Now, I can't post that link because I can't post that link because it's over 400 characters. And these links were given to me by someone who made sure they worked before he sent them to me. So if they don't work on your computer, that's a side issue if it doesn't work on your computer. Please, let's not even mention whether or not the links work anymore. I had this conversation with Bobsy. Now I'm having it again after I described that they work for me. I'll show you they work for me, and then we'll be done with that conversation. Thank you. I'm trying to do something here that I have to go back and forth to 5 different windows, 5 different times to get something done. I don't need to be sidetracked, really. I'm being serious. Okay, that's the aircraft flying over a non-rotating Earth. And the first person that comes on and trolls me, and the second person that comes on and trolls me gets blocked, and the third one, and the fourth one. So here is the number 2 link. We're going to open that link up in a second in a new window right here. Page not found. Now, if I go to my mail, see, that link worked the other day. So if I go to my mail, all right, which you can't see my mail. So that link, all right, I'm going to get that link from my mail because it's in my mail. It works. You can't see that, though. NASA documents that prove. Now, I want to try one more thing here. All right, that one is the page not found. I want to try something else. I can't do that. I can't do what I want to do. Okay. Oh, yeah, I might be, instead of opening it up in a new link, let's try to just click the link. Page not found. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my mail, and this link worked fine the other day. Okay, page 2, click the link. Now it's not working again. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, so in my mail, the page worked. I don't understand that. Why? But in my mail, from my mail, the page worked. So we'll just go with the fact that the page works. This new link, which is a little different than the one from before, that link. Maybe YouTube doesn't like the URL. Maybe they just don't want us knowing this information. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. And that's how I'm going to go to all these links. Well, I'm going to put that in my description box. If I can find my description box. Thanks, Bill. What happened to my description box? Here it is, right here. Okay, that's the link. Right there, HTTP. Okay. So you're gonna have to go to my description box to get the proper working link. Okay, so that's number 2, yeah? Okay, let's go to number 3. Let's just try number 3 right here. So this is number 3. Nonlinear equations. Let's put that in the box here. See, there's the problem. That they're very long links. All right, so number 3, let's put that there, and then let's go over here. We don't need that on the screen. So let's try number 3 to open the link up. Let's copy that link address, and then let's try to open that link up. Page not found. Okay, but that's number 3, right? So let's go to number 3, and let's click that link. There you go. Okay, so this is problematic with YouTube, NASA. The powers that be don't want you to click these links through YouTube. That's the problem. It has nothing to do with the links themselves. The links themselves are fine, Googling it from outside YouTube. I'm using Yahoo as a method to Google it through Yahoo. So it works just fine through Yahoo, but it does not work through Google. Okay, I can't do this all day. I have something else that needs to get done. All right, so I'm going to go to number 4 now. Number 4, the method is limited. However, to application where a flat Earth, non-rotating Earth may be assumed. That's number 4. And I'll get you the new link that it opens up. See, the link is completely different. Opening this link up. Here, it's working completely differently, okay? It's even a different link. That's number 4. Okay, I'm really in the middle of doing something that's a little bit more complicated than I want to be, Flat Earth Society. I'm not talking anymore. I'm not even going to address the comments until I need to get these on the board. I need to get out of here. I got something that has to be done. So, nothing personal, but this is taking way longer than it should because YouTube is not letting the links go through, and I don't understand why. See, I already have these in my alpha male construction videos. See, this one here, this should open up. It's the number 3 tab up here. But it's saying that the page is not found. I'm about ready to give up on this because if I post it here, all right, I posted number 4 here. Here's my video details. I'm going to save those. And I'm going to click on the link that we know does not work. This number 2. This one here. And you can't click on it. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm going to have to do this and post it differently. So we're pretty much done here for today. I'm not going to go through 14 links. See, it works just fine if you copy the link. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure this out and do this differently. Okay, Dr. Yen Lo. Yeah, I'm about done. I'm about done here. In fact, if I can't get the links to work, I can get the links to work fine out of my mail. Like we know that the number 2 link doesn't work in YouTube, but if I click this here, it opens up just fine. So what YouTube is doing is YouTube is, in fact, censoring. Okay, well, I can't do much about that. So I'll just get this one user manual. That it opens up to, no problem. I'm going to say good day to everybody in a minute, and that's it. That's the end of today's live stream. No matter what I do here, it's giving me a runaround. It works in my mail, but I can't. And when I copy it directly from the mail to YouTube, it doesn't work. When I copy it directly from the mail to my community post, some are working and some are not. So Bob C was right. But they work just fine for me, is what I said to him, which is true. So you can see right here, let's just go back. We did number 4. Let's go to number 5. It'll open up a window next to Skype here. Number 5 opened it up just fine. Aircraft model for Alpha India Alpha Alpha. Okay, let's go to number 6. Number 6. Approximate optimal guidance for advanced launch systems. Okay, let's go to number 7. This might be the one. Okay, number general equations. These are just NASA documents, but they were sent to me as part of the Flat Earth. Number 8, investigation of aircraft landing in variable winds. That one works. I think number 9 did not even work for me. It said something about going to a Facebook page. Yeah, okay. You are going you're going to link an outside Facebook. So I'm not going to do that. And number 10, the same thing, if I remember correctly. So two of them did not work. I mentioned that before. But number 11 did work. Okay, now it's giving me a Facebook link. That's not what it did before. Number 12. Okay, so now they are not only censoring me, but they're watching what I'm doing, because all of them worked except for 9 and 10. So what can I do? I can post this stuff until the proverbial cows come home. Okay, so which ones didn't work? 9. Number 9 did not work. Helicopter equations with respect to a non-rotating flat Earth. Okay, see that non-rotating flat Earth was blocked. Number 10, frequency used as part of a flat non-rotating Earth. Number 10 was censored. Number 11, assume a rigid vehicle and a flat non-rotating Earth. Again, non-rotating Earth. Let's try number 12. Okay, that one didn't work. Let's see what that one said. Number 12 is a flat non-rotating Earth. Number 13 is a flat non-rotating Earth. Let's see what happens there. Okay, that one opened up. No, that's not what I just clicked on. Brought me to a completely different link. Number 13, right? Number 13. So that one worked. Number 14. That one worked. Yeah, YouTube. If I told you what they did to me this morning, you wouldn't even believe what they did to me this morning. Okay, so we're just not going to be able to put these links up because some of them worked for me. All of them worked for me the other day except 9 and 10. That I told you up front. 9 and 10 did not work. But the other ones all worked. So what they did to me this morning, YouTube, I went into my videos page and I wanted to change a video from private to public and post it. Wouldn't let me do it. It wouldn't let me post the video. Then I said, well, let me try to change the title. Maybe they didn't like the title. Wouldn't let me do it. Then I said, let me change the picture in the video. Wouldn't let me do it. Restarted the computer. Wouldn't let me do it. It wouldn't let me post the video. Wouldn't let me change the title. Wouldn't let me change the description in the box. So I never posted a video. And then I started my live stream. So whatever they did to me this morning was a video about nothing, and just about something I did locally. There was nothing in the video about the flat earth or nothing like that. Just a regular video, nonsense Philippines video. Wouldn't let me post it. Wouldn't let me change the words. Wouldn't let me change the titles. Wouldn't let me change the picture. And I did that with 4 videos. Restarted the computer and nothing worked. Now, I don't know why, and I haven't figured that out yet. But it did let me go live stream. So YouTube is now in the process of censoring anything that they want to censor for whatever reason they want to censor it. Now, I left a message about Susan retiring from YouTube yesterday, and I left a message on the Woody Allen video that he did about the drug cartels They know that. Well, maybe they censored me because I left a comment on Woody Allen's video, not Woody Allen, Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson's video saying that YouTube was censored me from 38,000 views a month to 1,500 views a month when I complained about Susan, the one that runs the Google, and they unmonetized 535 of my videos. I posted that in the Woody Harrelson video comments section. Maybe they're punishing me some more in a different way. They can do whatever they want. My friend Chris is going to take care of all of that one day. He's got a button on his desk that says asteroid strike, and he has these little pieces of paper on his desk, and he puts where he wants the asteroid to strike next, and then he puts the paper on the button, and he prays to Jesus that that's where the next asteroid strike takes place. And he has Congress, Senate, Parliament, Club of Rome, the Vatican. He's going to take care of this for us one day. See, because they are censoring us beyond any normal, what YouTube used to be. You used to be able to say anything you want, but now you can't. So maybe it's because I posted on Woody Harrelson's comment. And what did Woody Harrelson talk about? He talked about a drug cartel. Never mentioned any names. You know, last year I read a Google article about medicine on the internet that someone sent it. It was in the chat. I read it. I didn't agree with it. I didn't say this is true. I didn't say this is what I believe. I just read an article about one paragraph. I got a strike for that. So I don't talk about medicine on YouTube anymore. I don't talk about certain chemicals on YouTube anymore, because now the artificial intelligence picks up everything that you say. So my friend Chris, who has that button on his desk, he puts the little pieces of paper on the desk. That the Philippines is a big place, Boston, Dave. It's a really big place. I'm coming to the Philippines is the same thing as saying I'm going to the United States. I need a hotel. Where are you going to stay, Boston, Dave? What island? And what do you have planned? What is your itinerary? What is it that you want to do? I'm coming to the Philippines. I need a hotel. What island are you coming to? I'll give you a minute and I'll try to help you out. And then what do you want to do when you get here? If you want to come to Bohol to meet women, don't come to Bohol to meet women. This is not the place that you want to meet women, unless you're going to meet a woman from the province and you have that lined up. But if you are coming to go to bars and clubs to meet women in Bohol, I guess it's possible. Scott's coming. He's going to stay in my container. That's cool. So, but Boston Dave, you're not answering the question, so I'm going to say goodbye. Okay, unless you're typing it out on a phone. We're about done here. I got other stuff that I want to do. All right, let's go back over here. Okay, so he's going to Palawan and Manila. Okay, so in Palawan, proper, the city of, oh God, let me look that up on the map for you. Hold on a minute. You don't want to go to the city of Palawan. You don't want to go there. You might want to go meet a woman in the city of Palawan. Oh, hold on. Palawan map. In the city of Palawan itself, and I'll give you You don't want to go there. There's nothing to do in the city of Palawan proper. Nothing at all. And when I say nothing, there's nothing to do in the city of Palawan. Okay, so let's go. When you are going to Palawan, that's a big, long island. Okay, so let's get you a map with some dive resorts. Okay, so in the city of Palawan, well, I'll put this link in the. You might not be able to see this link from where you are. El Nido. El Nido? No. No, you don't want to go to El Nido. You don't want to go to El Nido. Okay, so let me tell you something, Boston Dave. You look at the pictures of El Nido, it looks like Hawaii. The Bay of El Nido is a giant cesspool. All the affluents from all the hotels and all the private houses in El Nido empty out into the Bay of El Nido. When you walk off the beach in El Nido, there's like a green and gray and black moss on the bottom of the sand because it's the same moss and seaweed and growth that grows in the bottom of a septic tank. The smell is just like crawling into a septic tank in El Nido. But you have to walk through that water to get on a boat. You can walk through that water to get on a boat to go to some of the most beautiful islands in the Philippines, or the most beautiful islands. But El Nido is not known for beaches or swimming. It's completely not acceptable for swimming. Number one. Number two, El Nido hotels are 1 and 2 and possibly 3-star hotels. And then number three, El Nido is a very, very small city, town. So you need to get on a boat to go to a resort. So I'll look up El Nido. You cannot go in the water near El Nido. Now you could go 10 miles away or 5 miles away from El Nido. Let me get that map up. El Nido, Palawan, and we'll find out where you're going. Okay, so El Nido is it's a beautiful little town. I mean, don't get me wrong, but you cannot go in the water there. You have to get on a boat to go to an island, to go swimming, and then once you're 2 or 3 miles away from shore, from the city, the water is blue water, pristine, clean. I mean, if it wasn't salty, you could drink it. It's the most beautiful water in the world, the South Pacific clean oceans. But El Nido is not where you want to spend any time. Now, there's a lot of hotels there. But if you're only going to El Nido because you think you're going to find a pristine beach because that's what it shows you on the website, that's not going to happen. You're going to have to go 5 miles outside of the town to find clean water beaches. But if you get on a boat from any dive center for about 3,000 pesos for the day, then you're going to have a great time. So it depends on what you want to do. But El Nido proper, a lot of restaurants, a lot of bars, a lot of food places, but no beaches. So you got to go miles outside of El Nido to find a beach. And you can't go to the other side of the island because they'll say, if you want white sand beaches, go to the opposite side of the island. Don't go there because that's where they take the garbage from El Nido and the city. It's the lee side of the island, and they throw the garbage right into the ocean, and that's where the sharks congregate, on the other side of the island. So you don't want to go there. Even though those are where the prettiest beaches are, you can't go in the water on the other side of the island. For the most part, the Philippines doesn't have sharks. Palawan, El Nido, opposite side of the island, has sharks. They feed them. They throw all the food waste from all the hotels and all the restaurants and all the people's food waste into the ocean on the far side of the island. So let's get you into El Nido proper here. Okay, so I would not go to this El Nido beach at all. The El Nido Beach Hotel, yes. Any hotel in El Nido is going to be beautiful. And they all have pools. But I would not go in the water until I was someplace up around here. This is 2 kilometers, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is where I would start going in the water, up here. And the same for down south. I might go in the water around here. And I've been up and down this whole coast. So, but the water in El Nido itself, proper, is just filthy. Now, you can get a boat here. There's hundreds of bed and breakfasts with dive resorts all up and down here. So, and any one of these will bring you to get you to a boat. But El Nido itself, no. Now, if you want to go to an even nicer place than that, Coron, 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 Philippines. That's 10 times nicer than El Nido. 10 times nicer. So we're going to go to Coron. Coron is, you go to El Nido, you don't ever want to go in the water near El Nido. Coron map, let's get a map. Coron map, now we're talking about resorts. So this is a much, much nicer place to go, to Coron. And so you would be better. Coron Palawan Travel Guide. I'll put that in the description box so you can see that. But Coron has many dive shops. And there's also in Coron, there's a few places, MCI Dive Center. I'll look that up for you. They have their own private island. I'll look it up for you. MCI Divers. I think that's the name of it. MCI Divers, if they're still in business. Let's look up Palawan. Maybe it's MDI. It's been a long time. But there's a lot of dive resorts. MDI Dive Shop. Now, I would recommend this dive shop highly. MDI Dive Shop. And I'll give you the link for this. This place, very, very professional place. Oh God, this is as professional of a dive resort that I have ever seen in the Philippines, for sure. And I'll tell you why in a moment. So, first of all, it's a German and Filipino run operation. And the woman who runs it is the dive master. Oh, God, I can't. It's 900 characters. All right, so we'll just cut that off right here somewhere. Anyway, it's MDI Dive Resort. That place, this is where you want to go. MDI Divers Palawan. Now, I would vouch for that place because I stayed at that resort, but I did not see. If you're going to bring a lot of equipment with you, computers, cameras, let me tell you why I recommend MDI. Okay, so the fella that owns it is a German, very, very, very. He used to be an engineer in Germany. Really cool guy to talk with, but he runs a professional dive. The equipment, 100% operational. The dive shop, the repairs are done on time, on schedule. Nobody on the dive trip had a problem with a regulator or a tank or a valve, nothing. No leaks in the BC packs, nothing like that. But why I recommend that is because I brought my computer and several cameras and phones. Hello, Rich. Good morning. I saw you took I saw you took a blurb, FAZIO, Black FAZIO. I didn't watch the video. I may not even get to watch it. So, but thanks for that. All I ask is that you keep the violent comments off your channel. I'm not kidding about that, Rich. Anybody that says they're going to come and see FAZIO or smack FAZIO or anything like that, you need to remove those. Because if you don't, I will report them and your channel. I'm just letting you know now. Because I'm seeing comments like that, and I'm flagging them. And if YouTube removes them, they do. But you need to keep that violence off your channel. So, okay, so I highly recommend. All right, so Richie's going to get in here. I highly recommend Nakpon Beach, 30 minutes ride from El Nido. Yep, anywhere outside the city, miles, a few miles out. I don't know anything about the women in El Nido. I went there, but I met women, but it wouldn't be someplace I'd want to live. It's too far out of the way. Thank you, Rich. Thank you. I see what you said there. Yeah, a lot of comments were removed last night. Thanks for that. Because it's not helping anybody at all. It's not going to help anybody at all. Thank you very much. So if you don't know who Richie Buong is, Rich Buong too, I'll give you his link. He has some of the best comedy, well, the best comedy in Utah, in YouTube. The best. Let's just say he has the best. He cuts up all the different bloggers' highlights of their videos. Like yesterday, I'm a black man, and my brother's a black man. My father, he was a black man, and we're all a black men because we're a Sicilian family, and everybody knows that a long time ago, the Moors, they invaded Sicily, and they gave it to the Sicilian women, and over through the generations, it boils down to that all Sicilians are about a 20% the black. And being a black man like I am, and like my brother, and like my father, we're all black men. We're going to go to San Francisco, my brother and I, because the black men in this world are going to get reparations from the city of San Francisco, $5 million. And I remember, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Fazio, he's a brother, he's a father. We were all the black men. We're all entitled to the $5 million reparations. And that's all I have to say about that. Because a long time ago, the Moors, they invaded Sicily, and they gave it to the Sicilian woman very good. So, let's get Richie's channel up there on... there's a soundbite for you, Rich. So let's get Richie's soundbite up there, channel up there. He's a really good editor. I mean, good. I don't know how he does it, but he will go through the videos and grab a funny soundbite. So this is what his channel looks like. Rich belong to. He has some of the best. Well, he has some of the best comedy on YouTube, and he uses me as part of his comedy routines, which is okay. It's okay for me. It gives me, if I have time, it gives me something to do, to watch. Some of them I think are quite funny. Like yesterday, Richie's video was Fat FAZIO is a Black History. February's Black History. But gotta remember, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you, the history of Sicily, baby. I'm a black man. My brother's a black man. My father's a black man. And how can we prove this, that we're a black man? We kind of do the genetics test for the mayor of San Francisco, and we'll find that Michael Fazio is about a 20% black, because a long time ago, the Moors, they came into Sicily and they gave it to the Italian women really good. And 20% of the Moors, I'm a 20% the Moor, which is a black. I'm a 20% a black man. I kind of now subscribe and ascribe to the reparations that they're giving out to the black people in San Francisco. As soon as that happens, I'm going to do a genetical test, and I'm going to get my genetical results, and I'm going to fly to America with my genetical results and ask the city of San Francisco for my black reparations. That's true. If they start giving out reparations to black folk in San Francisco, because one thing that everybody has to understand is that you could be black from Africa, and you could be black from Africa, and you could have a darker brown skin or a black skin from Africa, but you don't understand that there's some people, there was a, what do they call it, the Alados. The Alados are not all black. You have a lot of Alados also. Some of those Alados are part black, like 10% black. And you could see some of the facial features, but you cannot know if somebody is black without the genetical results. So when you have an Alado is somebody where your grandmother married a black man, or vice versa. Your grandfather married a black woman. And then that your mother or your father is an Alado. And when that's an Alado, then you marry a black man or a black woman, depending on your sex, of course. And then your children are even less black than the original great-grandfather black man. That's Alado. That's an Alado. A-L-L-O-T-O. Alado. That's like hitting the lotto, because when they give you that money for the reparations and you're 20% the black, you got $5 million, you hit a lotto. So I'm going to get my genetical tests, go to San Francisco. I'm going to give them my lotto genetical tests, and I'm going to say I'm entitled to a lotto of that money. There you go. Now you understand the world according to Michael Fazio. The world according to Michael Fazio. Well, let's get over here. Richie recommends. Oh, we're way off. We're way off kilter. Quadroons. Richie Buwang's channel is this channel here. If you want to do comedy, if you want to see comedy of all the different bloggers on YouTube, including my brother from another mother, who's now into. He knows that the moon landing was a hoax, but now I just got to get him to do some flat earth, non-rotating, flat earth, stationary videos. You're welcome for banging the pot the other day. So let's go back up to the comments. So Richie recommends Nakpon Beach, 30 minutes. So let me go back to why Black Dave. Black Dave, what a coincidence. Black Dave might be an Alado also, which is completely different than that other one. So Black Dave, MDI Divers, Michael Delta India Divers, Palawan, Coron. Okay, why? They have an island, a separate island. Okay, so let me tell you, in Palawan, Coron, you cannot go in the water. Do not believe you can jump off the pier. You are at that point right next to where the zip line used to be. You are inside the world's biggest septic tank in Coron. You can't go in the water in Coron. You can't dip your feet in the water in Coron. You have to get on a boat and go miles away. Miles away. So, like Richie is talking about, going miles from the city of Coron away. There, that's okay. But MDI divers on the pier next to the the old zip line. It's not a zip line anymore, but there's an old tower there. On the pier, there are about 100 small bunker boats. And those little bunker boats bring you to any one of 2 or 3 dozen island resorts separate from Coron. Now, the MDI divers, I chose only because it was the less expensive of all of them, and it was $70 a day in 2014. Some of the dive boats, some of those bunker boats on the pier, bring you to a dive resort where it's $200 a day. I couldn't afford that, nor did I want to afford that. I mean, I'm not trying to impress me. It was just me. So I would recommend MDI Divers has a clean resort with or without air conditioning. Depends. It's more money for aircon. I got aircon. The aircon did not work so well, but it did keep you from dying in the summer heat. I went there in October of the year. But MDI has a reasonable price, $3,500 pesos a day, includes 2 dives and the hotel room. But food is extra. They have a restaurant there. I would just buy food from the city and bring it with you. Do not count on eating MDI restaurant food, because first of all, it was like $7 for a White Castle hamburger and a couple of French fries. They have to charge that much because they're on an island, but you have to pay that much. So, and you can take the boat from MDI to the shore for 50 pesos there and 50 pesos back. That's why I recommended it's cheap, because if you're bringing camera equipment and your computer, let's say you're bringing a $3,000 worth of hardware with you, but you're only going to take 1 camera on the boat. If you leave it in a room in the city, there's no security in the city. And there's no locks on the doors in the city that are going to protect your gear. But at MDI Divers, it's just divers. I didn't have any problem with theft. No one had any problem with theft. No one ever had any problem with theft, because your diving resorts typically don't have problems with theft. But if you're on an island and a diving resort with cameras, there's no problem. In the city, I would not trust any of the resorts I went to in the city. Oh, yeah, it's safe. You could leave your computer and all your GoPros and your lights and all your rig. No. It's cheaper for you to go get a room on an island than it is for you to lose your computer, your thumb drives, your external drives, and your cameras. What is that going to cost you? $5,000 and 3 years of your work gone? Go to an island if you're going to go. So Richie says, I'm in a lotto. I'm gonna get that $5 million reparation. I'm gonna get it. So, uh, Richie recommends Nakpon, Nakpon, search beach, Nakpon. Okay, so this fella, Black Dave, he can go there. He can go to Black Dave. Black Dave can go to Google the name of this resort here that Richie recommends. Richie used to live in the Philippines in 2000, long time ago. Richie lived here, 2001, if I remember correctly, and then after that for a while as well. So he knows the Philippines probably better than I do. And that island, as long as you are several miles from any city in the Philippines, I don't care what city it is. Tagbilaran City, you can't go in the water. El Nido, you can't go in the water. Coron, you can't go in the water. No city can you go in the water because they don't have sewage treatment plants in the Philippines. Forget going in the water near a big city. Cebu, they talk about Mactan Beach in Cebu. First of all, it's rock. It's not sand. Number two, if you Google bacteria, Mactan water, ocean water, bacteria level today, you're going to come up with some ridiculous amount of bacteria. The water is clean. You can see down several feet, but the bacteria level is high. When I lived in Cebu, I stayed at the arm and a leg. The name of the hotel was, we charge you an arm and a leg. I stayed at several hotels on the island of Mactan. Couldn't go in the water. Don't go in the water in Cebu. South of Cebu, yes. Go down where the whale sharks are, yes, or even further. But you cannot go in the water near any big city ever in Cebu, anywhere in Cebu. Not nowhere in any big city, anywhere in the Philippines can you go in the water. Get that through your head, not to go in the water. Mactan is a dump. It is. It is. And when I was there in 2014, they didn't want us to even walk around Mactan at night. Lapu-Lapu, went there. I stayed at several resorts in Lapu-Lapu. Couldn't go. All the beaches in Lapu-Lapu are crushed concrete, crushed block, and coral. You can't even go into the water unless you have a pair of paratrooper boots on. And at night, not allowed to walk around there at night. Don't do it. Just don't do it. And I stayed in Saka Bay. No, that was in Osaka Bay. That was up north of Cebu. Couldn't go in the water there either, Osaka Bay. That was 10 miles away from Cebu, up north. I stayed the Arm and a Leg Hotel. I forgot the name of the hotel. $110 a night, and you couldn't even put your feet in the water. The water was so dirty. Right in Lapu-Lapu. Couldn't do it. Couldn't. It smelt like septic water. Don't make any mistake. I'm not saying that the water here in the Philippines is filthy around the cities. I'm telling you that the water around here near the cities in Cebu, any big city, is not swimmable. And if you go in, you're subject to every kind of bacteria in the world here. They just dump raw sewage into the bay everywhere in the Philippines. Everywhere. They don't have septic treatment tanks. And I know more about septic treatment facilities. Unless you worked in a septic treatment facility your whole life, I know more about it than you do. And why? Why, I won't tell you, but I was a licensed septic tank installation contractor in the Florida Keys. So I had to go to school, I had to pass tests, and I had to study effluents and how to get rid of them and how to build septic tanks and leach systems and aerating systems. You have no idea how much I know about septic tanks. I did this for 13 years in the Florida Keys. They have nothing in the Philippines. The pipe just comes out of the back of the building and straight into the water, into the ocean. And that's what you're swimming in. Anywhere near any big city or hotel complex, that's what you're. Don't go in the water next to the big city. You could do it if you want. Drink some too. Just taste. You'll be able to taste the affluence. Okay, so we're going down into the comments. Something won. Something won. Thank you for banging the pot the other day. Thanks, something won. You're welcome. Let's look up the image. Nakpan Beach. Let's do that for Richie Boang. Let's open this up. And we'll look at the images for Nakpan Beach. Whoa. Nakpan Beach in the Philippines. Let's turn this around. Okay, so here is Nakpan Beach. Look at that nice white sand, nice big cove. So it's protected from wind in certain areas. Very nice. White sand beach. Very nice. Looks like there's some coral there, right there. That might be a coral zone. And this is right near El Nido. Okay. So this looks like a beautiful place to stay. Thanks, Rich. And then, okay, you got a peninsula here. You could go exploring. Let's get that on there. You could snorkel out to this island here. So you know that's coral. You know there's coral here, and you know there's coral over here. That's very nice. Let's get the link over there for that. Let's get the link up there for that. So there's coral on that beach. If you're up, I can't put the link in there because it's 315 characters. So I can't do that. So let's just get the name. I'll give you the name if you want to. I'll leave this up. So you can have the name here. Okay, so this is a suggestion from Rich Buong too, who knows about the Philippines. He's lived here before, so he's not just somebody that did research on the internet. They have no septic system here at all. Let's go. We have a congratulations. Yeah, it's 2 months, 2 years, and 3 months now plus. So the better beaches are in the south of Cebu. That's true. So anywhere down south of Cebu, go past what I call the cube. There's the New World Order cube in Cebu. The mall, I think it was one of the biggest malls in the world, or biggest mall in Cebu. You want to go past that 10 miles. So you're about an hour outside of the IT park, an hour south. And then you want to go towards where they have the whale sharks. Anywhere down there or to the tip of Cebu, the south end of Cebu, is beautiful beaches. But not up north of Cebu, the beaches are not so nice, mostly rocks. Mostly rock beaches. And I mean rock, I don't mean pebbles. I'm talking about it looks like an avalanche fell on the beach. You need paratrooper boots to go into a lot of the beaches up north of Cebu. The rocks are big, like bricks and like concrete blocks and 2, 3, 4, 5 feet high rocks. It's just rock north of Cebu. Can't go in the water. You could, and the water's clean, but not any fun to go. It's not, when you want to go snorkeling, you don't want to walk around rocks. And if it's really wavy and there's a lot of rocks, you can end up washing around on the rocks. You don't want to do that. South, at least 10 miles south of Cebu City, you're okay. At least 10 miles. Don't go less. Other than that, you're good to go. Plus, the current from Cebu City with the affluents in it goes north. That's why the beaches down south are cleaner. The current is flowing from the Bohol Sea to the south end of Cebu. It hits the south end of Cebu, clean water, right till you get to Cebu City, and then you get the affluents. The current, not the tide, the current flows north. So you're going to get cleaner water down south. The same thing where I live here. The current flows from west to east on this island. So we get clear water from the ocean unless the tide is going out. And then I won't swim in the water here when the tide is going out because we get Tagbilaran squalor water here. You got to be careful swimming in the Philippines. Jim Bob says, I remember your Cebu videos back in 14 or 15. Yeah, I forgot the name of the hotel. I didn't like it so much, but I had great and terrible experiences with hotels in Cebu City. I loved living at the hotel I ended up staying in, the Golden Prince, because at the time, and still to this day, they had a buffet. So for $1,000 a month, you had a breakfast buffet from 6 to 10. And then the rest of the day, their food was top-notch chefs from all over the world. And on Friday night, they had a buffet for 700 pesos, $14, but it had shrimp, squid, sometimes lobster bisque, always had the best food. Had the best food in any hotel I ever stayed in. For breakfast, unlimited butterfish, unlimited milkfish, unlimited fillets of every kind of fish, unlimited bacon, good, crisp, high-quality bacon. The Golden Prince. The Estaca Bay Hotel in Cebu had the worst food menu that I ever saw in my life. I mean, you buy it and you want to throw it out. You go to the buffet, you bring back a plate and say, the bacon was tasteless, all fat. But anyway, so Cebu has good and bad. But I went to about 12 different hotels there. The only one I really liked was the Golden Prince. Now it's very expensive to stay there. Cebu pulmonary medicine. Some unfortunate expats I've seen with bad issues lately. Congratulations on smoking quitting. Yeah. That was it's hard to quit smoking. I still once in a while because I love the taste of cigarettes. Some people don't like the taste of cigarettes and they can't quit. I love the smell of cigarettes. I like the way it feels going down. I like the way it tastes. I looked forward to having my cigarette at 5 o'clock at night, not before. I love cigarettes. I used to say, man, I really sit here and enjoy. People would try to talk to me when I was smoking. I'm going, dude, I'm smoking a cigarette. It'd be like eating a piece of filet mignon. Which I never had. I could never afford filet mignon, but I love the taste of cigarettes. I like them. I want one sometimes too. I'm not going to have one, but I want one. So far, I've not even taken. Once in a while, if someone's smoking a cigarette, I get next to them. I go, that smells good, but I won't smoke again. It's too much of an inconvenience, and it's dirty. And most of the women that I dated here, well, I never met a Filipina that smoked, ever. Never did I ever date a Filipina that smoked a cigarette. I never met a Filipina that smoked. So they don't like it. And if you smell like smoke, I don't imagine they're going to like Daisy. Hated that. Oh, God, she hated that. She hated it. You got to smoke outside. You got to wash your hands. You got to wash your lips with toothpaste. She hates smoke. She hates it. She just didn't like it. Me personally, I love smoke. I like the way cigarettes taste. When Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. I love Lucky Strikes. I love Winston cigarettes. I love Marlboros. I love Camels, no filters. I love the way cigarettes taste. But makes me tired, and it makes you dizzy sometimes after dinner. It's just not good for you. But don't get me wrong. I love cigarettes. I wish I could smoke without getting tired, like when I was young. Oh, God, cigarettes. Might be one of God's gifts to mankind. Cigarettes. No filtered cigarettes, even better yet. Oh, I used to snap the end of a Winston cigarette, the filter, or 7 milligrams from Parliament. 7 full milligrams of tar and nicotine from a Parliament, and Winston was more. Winston was even more nicotine. If you couldn't get dizzy smoking a Winston, then you're not a real man. Take a big, long, hard hit of a Winston with the filter snapped off it. Hold it in till no smoke comes out. And you're sitting there like this. I love cigarettes in the morning. Oh, in the morning? Oh, God. Oh, God. I never really smoked in the morning, but once in a while I'd wake up and have a cigarette. Maybe not many. Oh, God, what's better than a cigarette in the morning? Nothing. Better than orange juice. Tell you that right now. Oh, yeah, you could roll right over and go back to sleep, put you in a coma. Nothing better than a cigarette at 6 o'clock in the morning. They're the best. I'm glad I quit. Jim Bob says Cebu has the best lechon. I don't know. FAZIO knows a lot about fluid dynamics and plumbing and excavate. Well, I had those licenses. I had a license to put in septic tanks. It was part of a tag, part of my excavation license. I couldn't sign off an excavation tank, but I could build the tank, the area around the tank. I could build the drainage, the outside drainage to the tank above or below ground. I could install the pipe. I could install the different types of rock and strata underneath the drain field, the tarpaulin, filter cloth. I could do all of that, but somebody had to sign it off for me. But I know how to do it. But I would have had to do that work for 3 years under a licensed contractor with a paycheck. I just had my own business. So I knew how to build septic tanks, but I didn't have the license. But I had the tag to build the drain fields, and then the inspector would come in and sign it off, or the plumber would come in and sign it off. But I know more about drain fields and effluents and pipes and plumbing and fluid dynamics, how to build a septic tank, why septic tanks are partitioned into 2 or 3 tanks, how to put in the upflow valves and the outflow valves, why they go at a certain height, what the proper drainage for a pipe is from a house to a septic tank. You people would probably think it's different than what it is, but you don't know. I know those things. Yeah, they don't handle affluents well here at all. Like Fullerton Avenue, just the rocks at Fullerton Beach. I would imagine that's in Chicago. Yeah, I only swim at high tide coming in. I don't swim at any outgoing tide anymore. If I'm swimming, I try to get in at 3/4 tide coming up, because the water's coming from the Bohol Sea. And then as soon as it changes, I head to the beach. You can feel the difference of the water coming from Tagbilaran City. You can feel it's like icky. I don't know how to describe it, but you can feel it, though. You can feel the effluence in the water, and you could smell it, too. Yeah. Oh, Richie, you should do a video of Oslab whale shark lechon. Yeah, that'll work really good. Cebu pulmonary medicine. Long-term smoking is highly problematic, contributes to many serious pulmonary conditions. Among other health issues, hyperinflation, COPD, malignancies, asthma issues. I am much better off. I am. I know that. That's why I knew that when I started smoking. I know that. But I love the taste of cigarettes, especially in the morning. Oh, God, there's nothing. What's better than the taste of a cigarette? Especially when you get older. You can't really enjoy a lot of things. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I did for the pain in my leg, which is almost gone. That injury on my right leg, the wounds, they're almost healed up. They're about that big. From this big, 3.5 inches, 3 3/4, 3 3/8, and 1/4 inch deep, to this, a little scab. Now there's just a little red scab. In about a month, that should be gone too. Coffee and cigarettes in the morning. Yeah, that's it. That's life. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching. The sun is still out. I'm going to go out, and I'm going to a new color. I have white paint. I found a gallon of white paint. I'm being permy from the Philippines, baby. Gotta go. Yeah, but Dave, I wanted to help Dave out. What time is it? 11:30. That's not bad. I got all day. Thanks for watching, everybody, for stopping by. Please, if you... Oh, we only got 4 thumbs up. That's bad. You guys are bad. I'll make it 5. How about some thumbs up? All right, so I'll wait a minute. I gave you the information that you wanted. How about some thumbs up? I'm going to cry like the rest of them. How about some thumbs up? You know what? If I don't see 10 thumbs up by the time I come back from getting cold water, ice water, which I have right here, I'm going to give you guys a minute. If I don't see 10 thumbs up, the next 5 live streams, I won't even answer a comment unless I know who you are personally. I'm holding you hostage. Oh, 10 thumbs up. Thank you very much. It worked. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye for now. From Michael FAZIO. And I might have a co-host this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Big Permy from the Philippines, baby. And, of course, I'm Big Permy. Thank you very much, Dave. Amping Permy means, of course, take care always. Bye-bye for now. That's right.